question for you. How would you rate your proficiency as a speaker? Are you a good speaker or are you a great speaker? Now, I'm not asking you to critically acclaim yourself. I'm asking you to critique yourself. Reason for questioning this one is because I'm reading a very good book at the moment called From Good to Great, because there is the temptation to be good enough. And when you get out into the speaking world, you know what you're doing. You can speak. You've got your signature speech organized, off you go. And whenever an opportunity arises, you take it. Great. Exactly. Is it great or is it good? Very often we can get in a bit of a rut. Maybe it's just me, maybe this is not you. However, I'm going to ask you to consider this to see whether this scenario resonates with you. You're comfortable with your material, you know you've got a gig coming up, you can walk in, take it off the shelf and speak it out. Famously, he's quoted Michael Jordan, the basketball player. He would practice and practice and practice until he could not get it wrong. He knew very well how to shoot baskets, but he carried on and carried on, honing and refining his accuracy, his skill. Now, this is something that I personally am challenged about. So I'm sharing this vulnerable share here. When I don't make the time, prioritize the time to work on my presentations, I do a good job, but I don't do a great job. We tend to think that things will come easily as an adult. Of course they should. Forgetting that when we were growing up and learning new skills as children, we knew that it was going to take time. Yeah, we're going to mess up and yeah, we'll have fun doing it. And there was not that sense of you should have it right from the start. So that's where I'm going with you this week. I'm asking you to consider, are you good? Are you good enough? Or are you great? When you know you've got a speaking gig coming up, are you putting in the time to go over it and over it? Record yourself, watch the videos back, critique yourself. Am I keeping my energy going all the way to the ends of my sentences, or are they dropping off? Am I losing power? Am I swallowing my words at the end of those sentences? How am I using the speed? Am I consciously going faster through the bits that are really exciting and you really want to draw people in? Am I slowing right down for those critically important bits that I want to underline or underscore, depending where in the world you are? Am I using those pauses for maximum effect? All these little nuances that, okay, you've got the words sorted out, but it's the delivery and how much presence are you bringing? Remember the 9 pillars? We've got our purpose sorted out, because this is why you're picking up the microphone and you're speaking. You know who you're speaking to. That's your person, your people. You're languaging where they're at the moment, their pain points, where they are at the moment, and they don't want to be there and they're stuck and they're frustrated and however else they describe it. And you're explaining where you're going to take them to, again, their gain point. You know where they want to go because you've done your research and you know the language that you're using with them and the transformation that you are going to lead them through in your conversation, in your talk, in your presentation. We've talked about the power of your voice. How are you using that voice? It's the soundtrack to your presentation. And like any good movie, you take the soundtrack off, it's nothing there. It makes it, it adds to it. as does the visuals, as to the physiology. So it's really, really important. I can't stress this enough. You have a speaking gig coming up. You prioritize time to practice, to rehearse, so that you can speak without your notes. Will it be ideal? Well, probably not. But on the day, you will do the 3 talks, the one mentally on the way there, the one in front of the audience, and the one mentally on the way home. Whether you're physically moving to a place to your presentation, or whether you're on a screen like this. The point is, practice is vital. Don't leave it to the last minute. Have your presence, have your energy. Be there for the audience and have a great job done. Not a good enough, a great job done. Calendar in when you've got your gig and factor in rehearsal time. That's what I want to leave you with this evening, whenever you're watching it. Good or great. Critique yourself. Rehearse, rehearse, rehearse. And do a great job. See you later. Bye from me.